Okay, so Shweta is asking us this question. I have one question, ma'am. When I get up early in the morning, my mind will be filled with lots of thoughts. It's very heavy. And after my release by pranayam, but it's very heavy when I get up and feel anxious. Okay, all right. So this is a wonderful question. I'm sure there was a Gallup survey done, and Gallup survey says that 85% people in the world wake up unhappy and anxious. Only 15% people are able to wake up with peace. Now I'll tell you something, Shweta, here, okay? Again, I was giving an example of how your brain is processing the information in the night, right? I'm sure through the day you receive a lot of information. I mean, we get 60 to 70,000 thoughts practically every single day. And every single second, we process about 40,000 bits of data. That much of a data your sensory input is giving to your brain, right? Now, I don't know what circumstances you are living in, what your surroundings are, what consumption of data that you're doing. Are you watching more, social media or OTT platforms, or maybe crime, or maybe books like that, whatever is going in your space, right? Or maybe you're in a toxic environment that's putting a lot of information in your brain. Now, when all of that is happening, you've got to understand one important thing here is, before you go to sleep, my suggestion is, empty it all on the piece of paper. So for you, my suggestion would be, pick up a journal and start writing whatever stuff comes to you and whatever has happened through the day. What will happen with this is, your brain will be able to focus on the important things and process the important things in the night. So first, pour out everything on the paper and throw everything that you remember that you've gone through the day. And how you do that is, from the time that you woke up, you divide your time. Like suppose you are 14 hours awake, you divide your time every 1 hour, and you consciously remember or think of that first hour, second hour, third hour, and you start writing what happened during that hour. Now, it may not happen one day, but it will happen. And if you do this every single day as a practice, it will really, really beautifully help you. It is called in our culture, in Indian culture, there is a principle of chintan and manan. Right? Chintan and manan is a principle where you actually go through the whole day and you reflect on the day and you realize what has gone right, what has gone wrong, what do you need to change and stuff like that. So you do this practice, and once you finish doing reflection, my suggestion is, sleep with gratitude journal. So write at least 10 things that you're grateful for that went well for you in the day. That includes you being alive. Okay, so write those 10 things and go to sleep. And report me how you wake up after that. Because most often you're waking up with anxiety because you have not processed the information properly, or the information that's going inside your brain is very volatile, very aggressive information. One of the reasons that many years back I stopped watching news channels, television, and things like, which don't serve me. So I stopped watching it because I only started focusing on the things that I want to focus on. So one of the things that I follow as a routine is I do abdominal breathing before I go to sleep. I write my gratitude journal before I go to sleep. I do sleep with some, I pushed a lot of good thoughts, positive thoughts that I want to consciously think about. I think about my goals. I think about what do I need to do tomorrow, just 5 things that are there on my agenda. I practically take the notes. I open my notes on the phone and I actually write the notes, the 5 things that I want to do tomorrow and I want to focus on. So you got to train your brain in such a way that where does your brain's focus has to be. Otherwise, it will randomly focus on anything and everything that goes in your brain, and you will wake up anxious. So you're taking control of your thoughts by making sure that you're releasing what doesn't serve you. You're putting what you want to focus on. You're writing what has already gone well for you. And you see the magic happening because your brain has a limited focus. Your subconscious mind can process 40,000 bits of data, but your conscious mind can only focus 40 bits of data in a second. Imagine 40,000 and 40. So you have to train your conscious mind to focus on the data that you wanted to focus on. It doesn't know on its own. It'll have all randomized thoughts. And just see, what do you need to eliminate from your environment? What makes you feel anxious? Is it certain foods? Is it certain people? Is it certain books? Is it certain OTT series or whatever movies? Is it the newspapers, news channels? What does make you feel anxious? Just eliminate it. The world is filled with ideas, and it keeps feeding you with so much fear that there is something all the time going wrong. That I know a lot of people, those who would keep watching the crime series, and they would just keep thinking about something is going to go wrong in my life, and in my neighborhood there is this man who's going to come and attack us. It's what you want to focus on that you create your reality. So you want to focus on those things, and you want to train your brain to focus on the things that are going well for you. Okay? So if this helped all of you, type helped in the chat box and let me know if this answer was helpful to you.